We're going to be looking at the abilities of the people, the history behind the anime, and their greatest feats. Well, then I'm going to tell you who I think will win. Kenichi Shirahama was bullied and called weak while he was growing up. So he took notice of that and he tried to get stronger by joining a karate club, but actually became the class punching bag. But before all of that, he was running late for school and he met a girl by the name of Saki Miyu, who gave him the directions to a very elite fighting group called, well, the place was called Ryon Zanpaku. But it had 6 masters: Apachai, the Muay Thai master; Sakaki, the karate master; Kensei Ma, the master of all Chinese Kenpo; Shigure, the master of weapons; and Akisame, the master of judo. And there's the Grand Master, who trained for years and years and years and years and years on end. Now that we have covered the bio, the history of the anime, we're going to go ahead and talk about some of Kenichi's abilities. Now that we're at abilities, Kenichi has a various moveset, which actually means that he has a special move set aside for each one of his teachings in his martial arts. So karate has the Yamazuki up the side that attacks the skull and the stomach at the same time. Muay Thai is the T-line, which is a low kick that attacks the legs and damages it, which will slow you down fast. And then in judo, you just have a simple shoulder throw. Well, what else you gonna learn in judo? Kicking? I don't think so. Now, he also imitates his teacher's fighting styles. Yet, he only does this when his own fighting style is being read. So, he might not be able to use it in this one fight particularly. Kenichi also has the Seikuken. The Seikuken is where Kenichi puts a not so visible bubble around himself, and he's able to block or deflect or dodge any attack that is thrown his way. It's going to make it very hard for Ippo to actually land a hit on him. When it comes to people like Kenichi, I really don't like to say abilities because Kenichi can't fly. He can't run really fast, faster than the speed of light or anything like that. No, it's just him doing various movesets in martial arts. It's not nothing like him teleporting, flying, like I said again, running fast or anything like that. It's just a moveset. Same thing goes for Ippo, the person he's fighting, the person I'm going to put him up against. Anyway, besides all that, we're going to go ahead and move on to some of Kenichi's greatest feats. You know, I've listed them from least to greatest of amazingness that Kenichi has done in his life. Let's get started. Feat number 1. Kenichi has fought a shark trying to save his little sister. Number 2. Survive punches that could kill him with one punch. That's all Apachai, his Muay Thai teacher. One punch knocked him out. He even killed him for about 1 minute in the show when he was training him to fight an actual boxer. And finally, we come to number 3. Kenichi has defeated multiple people in Ragnarok. Ragnarok is a elite fighting group that are thugs in anime, and the numbers are basically the best of their fighters, which would include Ryoto, sumo wrestler, Loki, and other ones like that. Now that we're finished with Kenichi, let's go ahead and move on to the featherweight boxer, Ippo. Let's get started. Second verse, same as the first. Let's start off with the history. Makunouchi Ippo is an obedient kid. He also was shy, stubborn, and strong-willed. And after his father died, he was raised only with his mom. While being raised with one parent, he helped his mom with their family business and was very sensitive about her. And while being at school, he was attacked and beat up by his bully. Wow, everybody is being bullied today, aren't they?
But all was okay when a boxer came by and decided to save him by scaring off the thugs by stealing their buttons. Yeah, stealing buttons from their jackets too. Maybe that's all it takes nowadays. It's not included in the text, but Ippo had to go under a condition in order for him to train with the medium weight, I think, boxer that saved him. I'm not 100% sure on that. He had to catch 10 leaves while they were falling. And leaves, they actually fall pretty fast. And he had caught 10 of them. 10. Now to Ippo's abilities. Ippo has 3 of his strongest weapons while he is fighting. 1. Being the Gazelle Punch, which is a devastating uppercut that'll knock you out fast. 2. Liver Shot, which is actually called Liver Blow, but I call it Liver Shot. It nearly guarantees you a TKO, technical knockout, in every fight that you have. And the Dempsey Roll is not necessarily an attack, more of just a move to throw your opponent off. And he basically takes this entire waist up portion of his body and he does the figure 8 while standing up. Not only that, he also throws punches 1 second right after the last one. So if he throws one punch, there's going to be another punch followed up right behind it. Now he is a boxer, he is very durable, and he has been trained. So it's going to take a lot more than just the Yamazuki, the T-line. Well, it's going to take the T-line sometime, but anyway, it's going to take a lot more than what Kenichi got to take him out. Maybe he can just take him out. We'll see after the feats and after I get done with my analysis. And now that we're done with Ippo's abilities, let's go ahead and move on to some of Ippo's greatest feats that he has done in his, I think, short career or long, medium, whatever you want to say, career in boxing. Okay. So number 1, we got perfecting the Dempsey roll. That even took a long time for our Mr. Dempsey, the actual boxer in real life, to perfect. And not only that, while perfecting the Dempsey roll, he also won his title fight with Sendo, I can't really pronounce it. Now that we're done, we're going to move straight on to my analysis. That's why I do counters.
Down for my analysis, I'm going to be doing counters of what counters what. Now, for the first one, it's the T-line. The T-line actually counters Ippo's mobility, seeing that it is a low kick, which attacks the legs and damages them pretty badly. Now, I didn't mention this in the actual abilities text, because it's still not an ability, but Ippo uses the peekaboo strategy in boxing, where he puts his hands over his face to provide extra protection. But the Yamasaki of Pasai actually attacks the stomach and the head. And last but not least, the 2 of their greatest weapons, which is the Dempsey roll and the Seikuken. The Dempsey roll counters the Seikuken because the Seikuken needs a lot of concentration just to keep up. As soon as that one bit of concentration is gone, so is the Seikuken. Now I have played every scenario in my head. I've calculated everything, and this is not how I want to start off my first battle, but it turns out it all ends in a tie. Yes, a tie. Because no matter how many times Kenichi counters Ippo, if Ippo hits Kenichi one time in the face, it will be over because it doesn't matter how durable Kenichi is. We can see in the anime that it takes him a while to recover from, let's say, about one punch, unless he's in the actual serious fight. In this fight with Ryoto, he got hit multiple times, but the same thing would happen if Ippo just decides to punch him in the face
a few times, because after one punch, another punch will follow in a second. That's why it's a tie. That's why I call this a tie. Now, if you enjoyed this video, I want you to like the video. If you enjoyed my channel content, I want you to subscribe. And I will see you next week. Later.